going on, people? It's Gunsryer from Next Gen Tactics. Welcome to the very first video of the map walkthrough series, and this is Array. And I'm not going to be showing you Search and Destroy. I only have it on Search and Destroy so that you can actually see where the targets are while we're walking around this map. We will go into specifics and tactics on Search and Destroy during that series. So anyway, defenders start on this side, obviously, and it's the same with deathmatch as well. You generally start on this side here. So actually they've done a really good job of preventing you from like crawling. I mean, you can do this, but you can't really get too far into it. So campers still have spots. Again, this isn't a really good spot. You wouldn't want to camp there. It's kind of useless. But you got to be aware of where campers may actually go in terms of spots and hiding, okay? Because they're not going away. They'll always be there. So just be aware, of course. Obviously, you can climb up on a lot of areas here. I'm kind of a little disappointed. I kind of thought it would be epic if you could climb up onto the center satellite there, the array there, or even climb up the crane arm. And I'm sure some of you guys may figure out some stuff later on, and that'll be cool, and we can upgrade that. But anyway, so this area here is where you're going to start. Not much here to actually do. For those of you that are going to be wanting to snipe and protect, and then we're going to get into this later for A. You have a good sight line here. Obviously, you want to reduce your sight line or your visibility, so you're going to go prone. Vehicle right there, but not close enough to explode. So even if you had an RPG, it's not going to be good enough. Now, in terms of people camping, these are the spots you got to look for. Okay, so these are the deadly spots in the map, and people tend to ignore them, especially if you're running around and stuff like that. A dude like a sniper with proper camo in here, cold-blooded, you are not going to see them, and they will see you clear as day, and you are dead. I know it seems a little bit odd to be out of the way, but I'll show you on the other side of the map what I mean by it, and it makes it a little bit easier to understand, and a little more clear as to why you would do that. Again, neat little places you can climb up, good for like temporary kills if you're in here, transition areas. Now, when I talk about transition areas, I'm talking about areas where people tend to pass through a lot, high sort of traffic areas. This area here, like these walkways here, are dangerous. This area here is dangerous because you've got sight lines from all over the place. You've got sight lines from there, up the top there, in the windows here, straight forward. Very, very dangerous. You want to avoid that. And it's the same no matter what map you go on. Perimeters are always the safest. Any walkways that limit you, basically limit the sight line. So something like a tunnel system, which is on this map here and actually in the center in this complex here, will increase your ability to stay alive, because it's really who's the fastest. And I mean, you know, on a 1v1 situation, as long as you're quick, you're going to be fine. Watch for campers back here. Again, transition area. Even though you're on the perimeter, like I said, usually it's safest always to become running through in these areas here. But you got areas like this, which almost tell you like they wanted to make, maybe it's a spawn area, I don't know. I haven't even actually played the multiplayer yet, and we will update these. But anyway, watch for campers in this area here. So don't just go running recklessly through and then start bitching and moaning about getting owned by them. Do a quick check. I mean, don't be foolish. Check the walkway down here as well, because that's actually access through the bottom building here. As I said though, dangerous to walk through here, but from the other side, if someone came in through here and they come up, this is what you're looking at. Again, pretty friggin' dangerous area to go through. And it's funny because normally I always say the perimeter is the safest, but this route from the top up here going down this way is actually fairly dangerous, and I'm going to show you why right now. Number one, because of the camping spot there, you're at a blind spot when you're coming in here. That side and that side, very, very dangerous. But it's right here where it gets very dangerous for you. Number one, right here up in the top here, if you guys aren't aware of this, someone lying prone easily can nail you if you're not looking carefully, if they're actually got, again, cold-blooded, good camo on there. And you're not so worried about, if you're on the perch here, about people down there, because it's actually grounded. It's harder for them to see. If you can take a look here, much easier to sort of camouflage yourself from people down below, and therefore you got a clean shot here. But as you're coming through here, this is the danger spot. You come through here, as soon as you're in this opening here, you are a sitting duck for a friggin' marksman, for a sniper that's going to be able to to peg you off. Anyone from the back there. But the most dangerous spots, as I told you before, aren't necessarily the ones that, like, you can't get on top of there, but, you know, normally on buildings and stuff like that. Those are not the danger spots. The danger spots are from behind the trees on the far, far reaches back there. Remember, sniper doesn't need to be anywhere near you. And crucially, I'm going to show you this. I'm just going to show you this quick and I'll go back before we move on. These spots here, just like I showed you on the outside, a camouflage sniper in this area here that's just looking and waiting for you to come down here has got a clean shot. You are not going to see a sniper that is sitting in that bush there. And it's the same thing. I mean, you got these bushes on the side here. Very, very easy. These are incredible camouflage. Very, very easy to manipulate. And they become very problematic for you. So again, when you're coming down this way, if you choose to come down this way, make sure you're looking in the back areas there. Okay, I'm going to show you what I think is going to be a better route. And I may switch it up. Maybe not a lot of snipers take advantage of it. But if I was a sniper, I would definitely be hanging out in the back there, waiting for people to come through here. This is like a shooting gallery. It pinches you. You know, it's kind of funnels you in. So anyone coming from this way here, it's a clean, easy shot. Because you got one path. There's not much you can do. You got to come straight down here. Easy shot for snipers. So just be very careful. Coming back up this way, however, not so dangerous. Except for, you know, make sure you check up in that spot there. Since we're here, I'm going to talk about it. When you're coming up here, this is a little bit easier. Number one, you don't even want to check quick there. But when you're coming up here, the blind spot I told you before is an easy view. It's in direct view as you're coming up here. So you got that easy view. You could go down here. Again, you know, campers could be in there. Easy. But this is an area you don't want to come out of. Again, the reason being sight lines and then multiple sight lines. And you have to pass through here. So you've got way too many things to look out for. You got the windows. You can't watch there all the time. You got people there. Very, very dangerous. You want to limit the way people are seeing. So when you're coming up, this is where you want to come out from the top here. You know, you got easy access there. You can easily check that window. You've got a beautiful sight line there. Only one window, which is still in your direct view. And then you continue to move. You gotta either move through the house or back around this way there. So that, definitely this thing here, I would definitely suggest not going through from this side down that way, but from the other way back up, a lot safer. So let's get out of here. Hold on. There we go. Alright, so we're back in our spawn area. Again, this isn't a very good area to be in for really anything unless, of course, you're looking for boosters, and I don't know. The boosters wouldn't be back there. It'd be kind of pointless, but you never know. I mean, not a lot of people are going to come back here unless they're calling in a care package or something. So that might be helpful. Call in a care package right maybe behind this to give you some support so that you can at least sort of give yourself some cover when you're looking at it. Or behind the canisters there. It would be a good place for a care package drop. Alright, so as you're coming along here, obviously here's one of the bomb targets. You cannot get into that window there. At least I have not figured out how to do that yet. Again, I haven't spent lots of amount of time here. This is actually a safer route, and I know it seems odd, but it is actually safer. The only thing you're going to check is here, but there's no really other sight lines except for in this area here. Not a lot of spots for snipers to hang out. There might be one behind the snow machine here, but that's about it. I mean, there's really not much that they can do. No one can get, I mean, I've tried, I mean, maybe you guys can figure it out, but they can't get on there as well. The only place you're going to want to watch possibly is right in here, and I'll show you that in a little bit. But again, B is the bomb area here, so this is actually a safer area. If you're looking to get in the back area there, which is like C5, B4, around there, then this is definitely the way you want to go. And again, avoid the center traps here. Yeah, you know, you go through there, but it's way easier and safer to manipulate around this way. You're still going to get those shots, but you're going to get those shots instead of being shot at, okay? Because you're on the outside. You go through here, you've got sight lines from 360 degrees. That is dangerous, my friends. You do not want to do this. Coming out this way is a lot easier. You can take a quick sec to check, to make sure there's nobody waiting to kill you. And then you got here. The only thing you're going to want to watch is those windows up at the top there. And again, there's a spot right in that corner there that they can sit. Actually, I'll just show it to you right now. So when you're in here, you can climb up on there, and you can actually climb up on here. And this this spot here, and the reason why I'm showing you this is you got to be aware that campers could be here easy. This pillar here is giving them great protection. They got great sight lines here, so when you're coming out of that building, that's why I'm saying to watch for this. You got people coming out of that doorway there that are not going to be looking for someone up in that corner there, so just be very, very careful, particularly on search and destroy. I'm going to show you that again. So, you know, you're coming out there if you're trying to go through, or the transition area where you actually go through this building here, very dangerous, so watch for a camper in there. We'll go through the building in a minute, no worries. Okay, so we're gonna head to the back in a little bit, but this is what I wanted to show you. As far as heading on the sides from the start point, this is definitely the route to take that you want to take. Safe route. Safe route. I'm not saying that, you know, you never go that way. It depends if they're starting to choke this, give this one too much action. But if that's the case, then I would recommend actually going inside. Now, inside you've got the upper tier area here, and then we got the lower. Now this lower region is by far the safest way to go from one point to the other in this complex, and I'll show you that in just a second. We're going to actually start from the other end here, but we're going to go on the top area first. So as you're coming through here, just to let you know as well, there is a way up when you're starting on this side. If you want to come into the building quickly, you just come up here, you're going to have to knife the window, and then you just crawl on up. Watch for camper here, okay? There's all sorts of spots that a camper can lie, but this is a particularly dangerous. He's highly, highly concealed and has an incredible jump on anyone coming through here. You have zero vision until, boom, it's too late. Like, look at that. There's no way you're going to see them. And even from this direction here, you have no vision of that person in there. So if you're coming through this area here, make it a habit when you're running through to run on the outside here, and just so you have at least a tiny jump. Because if you're going here, the time they see it, you got a blind spot there. Whereas at least when you start using this pathway, you're forced to sort of angle in to go into the door, and you've got a better sight line there and maybe get the jump on the person. So you're coming through this way here. Again, I mean, you can do campers anywhere. This is another dangerous area. This one particularly is highly, highly dangerous. So as you're coming through here, I think actually it's safer to take the bottom route again, but this does offer some good possibilities in terms of sight lines. Oh, there's a sniper. I'm going to show you that in a minute. And then you're coming along here because of the windows. It does provide you with a good advantage, especially if you've got a good team and you got this place on lockdown. This place is very dangerous. If a team holds this and they're, you know, they like to camp it out, extremely easy to defend and gives you friggin' crazy view. Not quite 360, but it gives you a tremendous advantage over the other team. Now, as you're coming down here, it's going to access. There's the lower tunnel. I'm going to show you why and explain why very, very quickly as to why that's the way you want to actually go. Now, what I'm going to suggest is that you actually be very careful. For God's sakes, why can't I do this? No. There you go. Struggling. I'm not going to Now, here's, you actually want to go on this side here. Watch for a camper here. The reason being, very, very difficult to see from up top. This individual has a vantage point for that lower tunnel. It's the only time when you're actually exiting, this is actually the spot where you want to look. Someone coming from down the stairs, easy friggin', you know, target. And again, when you come in from here, you can't really see, and all of a sudden, boom, too late. The guy's camped right in that corner there. You're going to be in a lot of trouble. Now I'm going to take you back through the tunnel here underground. This is the absolute safest way to travel. Absolute safest way. So the access point is here, the same thing. You know, there's the start point. Come in through here, go into the tunnel underneath. The reason why this is the safest is your sight lines are limited. There's forward, there's back. There's no snipers all over the place. It's quick, it's easy, it's reactionary. You see someone, boom, you know, you're hitting them. There's no like, you know, oh, someone's shooting me from over there or over there. Very, very quick. Again, but the only thing that you're gonna watch is coming out here quickly, just do a little check there. Make sure you check it. Don't bitch about someone camping there, because I warned you already. So, you know, maybe I should just test you. I'll see you in a match. I'll be the one killing you from there and going, you fool. So anyway, I won't do that. So just check there quickly and then make your way out. Now I'm going to go back up here. We got the top area here. We're gonna go back to the start here, and I'm gonna take you around the actual left side. No. I could have gone through the center, but whatever. This is the area that I said was safe. So again, that is actually the center complex. This is where you come out from either the lower tunnel or the stairs. So you can see the stairs there. Your really only options at this point here are either go straight through the center access point there, which again is dangerous. If you're coming out here, I find this to be extremely dangerous. You've got sniper sight lines there, you've got friggin' anyone from there, you've got people coming from that side. Basically, it's a 180 friggin' match. If any place that you're gonna go, I would probably head this way here, only to because you're on closer to the side of the map, and I don't like the fact that it would be very, very difficult to see a sniper there. Again, this should not be used all that often. I think it's actually rather dangerous, and I think a keen sniper is gonna have his eyes on this, because I know a lot of you run-and gunners are gonna want to go through there, and I have a feeling that you're gonna get nailed quite hard going through there. Alright, so at the top here, this is an ideal route for you. For those of you that want to be safe, I'm not saying that everyone's gonna do it. As you're coming through here, make sure you check. Just make sure no one's got sight lines on you or anything like that. Again, it's safe though. You can see like the sniper, that sniper in the tower is not gonna have any visuals on you. There's no one high up on here. You only have that window there, which they may or may not be looking. Very, very easy to come in through here. I don't know if people are going to be camped in here or not, but it's just it's a quick, walk through. This is the area that you're going to want to be careful when you're coming out. So again, just make sure that, but you have an advantage. It's easy to see that. Won't be too many people here. Keep your eyes peeled. You just want to be careful of things like this. You know what I mean? Someone in the bush. Again, I know it seems ridiculous, but someone with camouflage, someone with cold-blooded, easy hide in the bush. You will not see them easily sitting there. It's these spots here that seem absolutely ridiculous are some of the most dangerous spots that you will ever friggin' go in. Now, the other way that you can go, which is probably the safest way, is to bypass that and make your way down to the very end. That way you have very limited engagement with the enemy, and you surprise a lot of people. Come through here. Again, watch for campers. Watch for campers sitting in the corner. Watch for claymores on these doors. Watch, definitely, because the reason why I'm telling you that is I would definitely put a claymore right here. I would probably put a claymore. I'll go over claymore guides later, but I would definitely put that one there. Another dangerous thing with these cars, and I've learned this from COD 4, is a claymore actually that's here or here or anything like that that's actually sort of concealed. But typically behind this, as you're walking on either side there and it triggers, we'll put the grenade there though. It's a sort of like there. It's an amplified explosion. So when you place a claymore, instead of placing it out, you place it sort of a little bit back, and then you make the arc lines go out this way. And what happens is, even if they make it past the actual claymore, even if they're like at this point here, the explosion of the actual vehicle tends to actually wipe them out. So as you're coming out of this area here again, you might have people down there. Watch these little bushes here. But again, this is a safe area to be. Watch the windows. Easy, safe to come around the sides here. And then all you gotta really do is worry about the friggin' sniper at the top here. When you're coming through here, again, watch these little bushes. This spot here, I'm actually particularly keen on. If you guys don't use it, I promise you I will use it. I believe there's a spot here too as well. Again, this is dangerous. Anytime you're able to actually sort of get in and have this foliage around you, those are dangerous spots. They're very dangerous. People will not see you in them, I promise you that. They will not actually see you. It is a very dangerous thing to be in. Like this as well, incredibly dangerous. So when you're coming out here, that's what you want to actually watch. Keep your eyes on there. I really don't have any tips for you in terms of like, other than take random shots, but then you're giving your position away. Anyway, just be careful of that. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna take you around to the side here now. Again, like I said, here's the thoroughfare, straight through, and that goes back into the building. This is the only really high vantage point for snipers that I'm aware of at this point here. The problem with this spot is once you are up here, if you get trapped up here, if they actually single you out, you're pretty much gonna die. You pretty much have to friggin' kill everyone before it's too late, okay? Because yes, you have an amazing vantage point from up here. You know, you can pretty much nail anyone coming down from that pathway there if you go prone. You've got a wicked sight line on A. We'll go over that in search and destroy. Again, anyone running through here, dangerous, but you cannot fall off the actual tower because you will die. So that's why I showed you that. No matter what, you've got to use the ladder. And if someone's got their sight lines on you, you're not going to be able to use that ladder. So just keep that in mind. Now, when you're coming down here is the last building. I think I actually already showed you the entranceway through here going up that way. Remember, keep that in mind. This is dangerous. The other way coming back is a little safer as long as there's not a sniper in the top tower there. You cannot get on top of that that building there. Again, not to my knowledge. But other than that, that's the map walkthrough for this particular map. Keep those tips in mind. Remember, watch for little campers in here, especially not so much here, but right up in there. That is a very dangerous spot, and you're going to see a lot of people probably perched up in there making some quick and easy kills. Anyway, that's it. I'm Guns for Hire. Stay tuned for the next map walkthrough. Peace.
Hey guys, we're on Facebook. Check the description of this video for the link to our new Facebook application. Subscribe and get our latest video updates posted right on the wall on your own Facebook page.